All right, first interview. I'm super excited. Russ, thanks for being here, man. It's always fun doing this with you.
Yes, I seem to have the best time of my life when I'm with you, Kent.
Well, that's a little scary, but I'll take it as a compliment. This is going to be a great first interview to kick this off, and another great Talk event, as always. These guys do it right, and every year we're super excited to be here and can't thank them enough for their support of the show.
Absolutely.
So let's see, who wants to go first? Quick introduction. Go ahead, Paul.
Paul DiGiacobbe, the newly appointed Vice President of LiDAR Solutions for Phoenix LiDAR.
VP.
Wow.
Nice, man.
Big time now.
That is awesome. Congratulations on that new role. And go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm Rob Dannenberg. I'm the, newer CEO and President of Phoenix LiDAR.
Newer CEO and President.
January this year.
Since January. Oh, okay. Well, tell me about Phoenix LiDAR.
Okay. Well, Phoenix LiDAR is 14-year-old. We're celebrating our 14th anniversary right now. We are a LiDAR integrator. We do complete LiDAR solutions for mobile, UAS, and manned aircraft. We do the software suite and hardware across the board, and then full strip alignment, calibrated register point clouds with exports into TopoDOT and all other software suites.
Get a lot going on there.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Awesome. And talk about your new role with Phoenix LiDAR.
Yeah, so I just joined Phoenix here in May.
Cool.
And my role is really to kind of help expand the markets for Phoenix LiDAR, really focusing on mobile LiDAR. That's my background.
Okay.
Traditionally, I worked in mobile LiDAR, and then when drones came along, got involved. Rob and I actually have a history. We go back about 10 years of working together.
Nice. Awesome.
So we've kind of rejoined forces here. But yeah, my hope is to just help expand the market, get more people understanding what the value of Phoenix LiDAR is, and we'll see how it goes.
For sure. And where are you guys based?
So I'm based in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
The whole headquarters of Phoenix LiDAR is there, so most of the employees are there. But
Nice.
Paul's out of Clearwater, Florida.
Clearwater, Florida.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Short drive here to Orlando.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Not a short drive to Austin, but
No, but I would rather drive to Austin, I think, from Clearwater than take I-4 to Orlando.
it's not bad, huh?
Yeah.
It's an even trade.
Yeah.
Awesome. So talk a little bit more, like who are you guys servicing in the industry? Like talk about your client base a little bit.
Okay, so our client base is actually pretty unique. It's pretty broad. So we do a lot of lower and middle market survey and engineering firms, but we also do a lot of the bigger firms. So Wolpert, NV5, those kind of companies. But we also leaned really hard into government. So defense, the Marine Corps started a survey program with LiDAR, and they exclusively use Phoenix LiDAR for their UAS right
great.
now. And then universities, we've got universities all around the world, about 75 universities that use the
Wow.
software. A lot of people don't know that. So I mean, obviously our passion, where I come from, where Paul comes from, is like the engineering and survey background. So that's really there, but I think it's really important for the future industry to stay at the college level, and make sure that people are getting access to the technology and hopefully coming into the industry.
Very cool. Very cool. And I must add that David Evans also is a customer or client of Phoenix LiDAR.
Was that your
very, very
disclosure
happy.
statement?
Very, very happy. I would say free plug. Don't get used to it, but they're actually a sponsor, so they earned that plug.
No. I meant the disclosure about Phoenix.
Exactly.
Do you mind? I just wanted to ask. So you guys, for your sensors, you're using Regal sensors, correct?
So not just Regal, we actually do Teledyne, we do Regal, and then we also do Hesai. I mean, Regal is obviously a major portion. They're our largest vendor by far.
Yeah.
We just crossed, or pretty close to 400 Regal scanners out in the wild right now. We're not quite there yet, but pretty close, and 1,300 total LiDARs. So it's not just Regal, but Regal is a key partner.
Okay.
For sure.
So can you just talk to me a little bit, since we're at TopoDOT, I'm going to be a little bit nerdier. Talk to me about how your software, so you do not need to use what is it, RiScan or whatever,
Right process.
Right process, yeah. Sorry.
We don't. So basically, the Regal scanner, we do get some embedded software in there from Regal.
Sure.
So basically, their MTA software that does disambiguation for range for the scanners that need it. That is licensed from Regal, and then it's in the back end of our software. All the other software has been home built from us. So all of our strip alignment and everything else, we don't use RiAcquire, RiProcess, or any of that. We have Spatial Explorer suite. So Spatial Explorer is our base software. Pro does all the strip alignment, advanced colorization, classifications, those kind of things. And then we have a NavLab embedded, which is Novotel based. So it's based off the SDK from Novotel. So we one of our big differentiators from Regal being, Planix and Rylac is we're a Novotel based company. So one advantage is we get to go pick IMUs, and we finally got big enough so we can bully, Novotel around a little bit, and we can pick our IMUs and say, hey, Novotel, let's make these work together.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So we're not limited to the Novotel IMU line, but we are fully basically Inertial Explorer based.
No, I mean, that's fantastic. I am a Inertial Explorer user, and I do love the software. I find it pretty intuitive, but that's pretty cool that you guys kind of picked the different things. It sounds like you picked what you want to build your software to be the best user experience. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's, I think, Phoenix differentiator. We're not beholden to anyone.
Yeah.
So we can go pick the best technology across the board, bring it together in a way that we see fit, and then build that software around.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to take a look at it later.
That's super cool. So talk about the value add that Phoenix LiDAR brings to maybe the industry or your customers.
Yeah, I could start with that, Rob. I think one of the things that attracted me to Phoenix LiDAR was their idea of like kind of building here in the U.S. You know, one of the challenges for people that work with mobile LiDAR sensors is a lot of the components have to go back to Austria or Germany and so forth, just Europe in general for calibration. And that's something we do right here in Austin. So I think from a usability, keeping the equipment rolling, much better place to be from a user's perspective. I thought that was a really novel thing. And I think if you've ever had that challenge of waiting for your gear, we fixed that. The other thing that's really interesting is that they'll integrate just about anything. I should say we will integrate just about anything. You have a drone, you have a sensor, we'll find a way to make them work. Yeah. And I'm sure Rob can give you way more good examples of how that actually works.
Yeah. So just a couple of other things. We pride ourselves on flexibility of units, right? We're not going to force you to buy a unit that can only do one thing when we know it's the same head that's being used for mobile and UAS. So like, for example, our RFM2 product, that's our dual head Regal-based scanner. You can do mosaic cameras, ladybugs. Either one, we're okay with it. But we actually have a removable head from the dual head that has a separate IMU and whole navigation system that can come out, be flown on a UAV, go back on and maintain the calibration. That was a very big, challenge. But it's one of the unique things we get to do is we don't have to stick to the mold. We can break that a little bit. And I guess that comes from the very beginning. Like when we started as a company, we had the first commercial UAV LiDAR that was available on the market, period. We had the first cloud-based processing software that did full strip alignment that was truly automated. There was no Turk in a box in the background kind of running that. It was uploaded into it. We released that in 2017. It's 2026, so that software is 9 years old.
Wow.
Still actively used by a lot of people in a full desktop suite. So, and then if you want to do something that we don't currently do, ask. Like we're currently building a custom system for a major rail client because nobody else would build the custom system that they wanted. And that's great.
Wow.
We love being able to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I think one of the keys to being successful in what you guys are doing is being flexible, right? I mean, not being rigid at all. I mean, that opens up so many more doors for you.
Yeah, it does. And like, it's not a one size fits everybody kind of market. Like, I mean, look at TopoDOT. Like the users here are doing everything. It's, exciting, the innovation that, TopoDOT's been a part of for 10 years. We're just happy to be like a part of that, on the hardware side, and then getting that software to getting the data to a point that you can actually do extraction and that kind of stuff, because registration and calibration used to be this magic science that, every company's got that one guy. We try to make sure all of our customers understand that and help them through that. Sure. And then we pride ourselves on the support. Like, if somebody picked up the phone right now and called our support, they'd answer. And even if you're not a Phoenix LiDAR customer, we tend to answer a lot of questions for other people.
Yeah, that's really good.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like,
why gatekeep?
You're on a phone, like a lot of this works very similarly. I can't tell you how to use Leica software. I can't tell you how to, do that stuff, but, basic acquisition fundamentals and that kind of stuff is pretty same across the board.
Absolutely. They all have, whether it's mobile or UAV or terrestrial, they all follow the same principles, right?
Absolutely.
Making the IMU and marrying it to the GPS, making the trajectory. Excuse me. I did want to ask, with your software, is it cloud-based processing or is it on the desktop?
Both.
It's both. So
we have
the
both
person
options.
can choose.
Yeah, you can absolutely choose. We don't force anybody into cloud. Again, we have a lot of government DoD customers that can't do cloud.
Right.
We also can do fully encrypted LiDAR from end to end. we strongly discourage customers from doing that because it makes it impossible to support. And if they lose their decryption key, I can't help them.
It's like crypto money.
But yeah, again, it's the flexibility. Like we've got, one of the larger survey companies in the country that wanted to scale out LiDARs to their sub offices, and instead of having that one guy, and they went with cloud software, like across the board for all their sub offices, just to do that. And then they kept one desktop software in case they need to, add a little bit, more to the data or something like that.
Yeah.
So the cloud software is pretty black boxy. Like you've got control over the fundamentals, but it's also full coordinate system. So you don't have to process in one and then do transformations after. You can natively process in any coordinate system on the cloud, and then desktop has absolute full control of the data from A to Z.
That's incredible. And no problem going from grid to ground or anything, like especially on the web viewer. Sorry, these are technical questions. I don't know if you want me to ask
Russ is the brains of the operation.
hey, Russ, I'm happy to go tactical. That's
no, I got the sense that you could answer these questions. That's why.
I've been with Phoenix LiDAR for 5.5 years. I started there in like operations, and then I took over as the chief operating officer. I'm actually the one who, good or bad, monetized our software and brought our software a little more forefront to the market because there were lack of solutions out there. We solved that problem there. We bring in the right people when we need help. We got a bunch of PhDs in our programming staff, that are pretty smart and be able to pull that out. Like I can't code, don't get me wrong, but I can kind of talk about the back end of how stuff works. So.
Of course, yes. Yeah. No, that's great. And the last question I wanted to ask that comes to my mind is, I think you guys had an acquisition not long ago. Could you talk about how that's helped position you to even,
Yeah.
with
So,
the company?
As I mentioned in the opening of the podcast, I took over as the CEO and president in January. So Phoenix LiDAR was actually acquired by a company named Revolution Flight Group. So it's not private equity or anything like that. It's actually an aviation company that has right now they're a little over 58 aircraft. It's changing on a daily basis.
Wow.
And they manage airborne operations for a lot of companies, a lot of big survey firms. They own a bunch of 1560s, that kind of stuff, new airborne collection. And even they were struggling with some scalable software, and those kind of things. It was a good time at Phoenix LiDAR. Grayson, one of the founders of the company, amazing guy, like Phoenix LiDAR wouldn't exist without him, decided that he wanted to, start to move to the next chapter of his life and everything like that. So it was a good opportunity, good timing came up that he had the ability to exit. So he's still with the company for a few more months, but then he'll be moving into his next chapter and stuff. And that vertical stack integration with them. And honestly, our biggest challenge in developing software is getting the bigger and bigger and bigger data sets to break stuff, right? Because the data collections are getting bigger. So now I've got an airborne company that's running, 50 plus aircraft of data collections a day to really try to break stuff.
Yeah.
Haven't done it yet, but we'll get there.
So that's good. So it made the company much stronger, positioned you much, much better for the future.
Absolutely.
With these two companies coming together. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. And Phoenix, I think historically has been known as like the ultimate UAV LiDAR company. I think that was a big thing that was there. And we sold our first airborne unit 16 years ago. We sold our first mobile unit 13 years ago. But we'd never positioned ourselves in that market.
Right.
So last year we did a big airborne demo and it kind of tied in and it's rolling. Revolution just rebranded to Revolution Geosystems instead of a Revolution Flight Group, as they're doing more things. And they don't compete against our customer base. Like they provide data collection or they wet lease the aircraft and the sensors to whoever needs them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of we stopped at the pod based on airborne and they go straight to the belly hole in the large 1560.
Yeah.
So a lot of good overlap and they've been great to work with. Yeah.
That's awesome. I would like to get your guys' take on this. We ask this question periodically, but I'd love to hear what your perspective is. It seems like this is very cyclical when it comes to technology. It's either the hardware's catching up to the software's catching up to the hardware. Where do you think we're at in that cycle right now?
I think software's catching up to the hardware right now. I think hardware had a major progression over the last several years. And for the first time in a long time, people aren't asking for denser data and more accurate data. They're asking for a faster way to process the data, right? And I think as data has gotten ridiculously dense and that scaling that operation and being able to automate a lot of those processing tools and still keep that QC in place is where is where software's coming, and honestly, it's getting there very quickly. So I'm really excited for the future.
That's awesome. And like, don't want you to give away any like trade secrets or whatever, but like, what do you think is next when it comes to, hardware advancements? For example, is it like just smaller sensors? Is it more flexible or flexibility with sensors? What more can happen? I guess is where I'm going with this.
Our focus is flexibility, but also it's automation. So automation across the board. And there's a company that's here at TopoDOT. I'm not going to call them out. They can call themselves out. But for example, they wanted to do a large mobile collection without a lot of experience, right? And they just did 20,000 miles in 3 months with our systems, where we actually set them up so as they scanned, they would stop for the night. The system would automatically download a Synology system within the vehicle, overnight sync to their servers. Their servers would automatically grab the data, process it, QC it, give them an alert if it needed to be recollected. And we're just delivering 13 systems of LiDAR collect 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, within 72 hours after collection.
That's pretty cool.
That's where the industry's headed.
Unbelievable.
Seriously.
And did you work with them on that solution with the Synology, or did their IT kind of, or
so
how involved were you with that process? Because that's a really cool process.
Yeah. So they had the framework in place. They couldn't find a vendor to work with them to do it. So because we write all our own software and everything like that. The funny thing is, the most interesting thing about them is they don't let their drivers operate their scanners. Their drivers mount the scanner and they operate all 13 scanners remotely. Wow. And you've always been able to do that since day one with our hardware. So you put a Starlink connection or 4G, you can operate the scanner from anywhere. So that was the first step, and then it was like bringing it across the board. So their IT team was amazing. I'll be honest, the average company can't pick that up and do that. But yeah, our developers were directly with them. We have a spatial core software, so it's all command line. So they were able to rescript everything. And our cloud-based software I mentioned earlier is LiDAR Mill. That's based on our spatial core. So they needed a unique environment that they could control and auto-script their pipelines. So we helped them build that. And they manage all of that at this point.
That's incredible. It's like almost, now you can compete against Cyclomedia type companies or whatever,
I'm still trying to process 20,000 miles. That's incredible.
It's a lot.
It is. Now, I mean, to be honest, that wasn't like survey grade. That was like wide area that wasn't fully controlled, but they did run base stations the whole time. And one thing that they asked for is, they're like, man, can we get away from base stations? So GeoDNet is being implemented into our software right now, and in the next 30 days, that's rolling out. So wow. So now there'll be multiple options to if you don't want to run a base on ground or something like that. So. But honestly, we've got customers like that all over the place. We've got rail customers that are doing thousands of miles a day, on that. And they don't want to go pull data off of a rail, a geometry car or something like that. They wanted to automate it. So, so we've been working that way for a long time, but watching the customers and the software finally getting to that point and customers like adopting that that's what I'm excited for, is to see what they do with it. Because I would love to tell you where I think it's going, but it's what the customers are doing with it, which is what's blown me away.
Sure. Yeah. Wow, that's so exciting. Since we're here to just real quickly talk about the connection with TopoDOT and, maybe the partnership that exists there.
Sure.
Yeah, I can go into it.
One.
Yeah. So one of the most important things for any hardware company that's making LiDAR is getting the data in a format that TopoDOT can read. So Phoenix LiDAR has the ability to export our imagery out to what they call an IPRJ file. So it basically is a map of where the image is tied to the LiDAR. So that's the first step in the process. And of course, LAS, tiled LAS is easily exported out of the software package. The next big thing might be pushing things to TopoShare. So Rob and I have been having discussions with Ted and the team about how to do that. We have a common customer that would like to go directly from collection to cloud. And obviously after that last example, it's not that heavy of a lift.
Sure.
So that's a big step. I don't think any other hardware companies are thinking about that direct to cloud within the TopoShare environment,
right?
On that enterprise side. So that's going to be an exciting next venture for us.
Yeah, that is exciting. Man, you guys got so many cool things going on.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your event in November?
Absolutely. So we're hosting an event called Phoenix Soar. It's November 17th, 18th, and 19th in Austin. If you're interested, reach out to sales@phoenixlidar.com and we'll let you know more. But basically, the first day of it's going to be airborne flights. So it's both fixed wing and a helicopter where we'll actually put you in the aircraft where you get to operate one of our scanners, and see what it is. From the ground, you'll be able to see how you can control and operate it from the ground where you don't even need to be in the air. then we're going to be doing a mobile day, UAV, and software, like all tied together. It's not really a user conference. It's more to introduce people, but we will have a lot of our existing customers there. And we've got a lot of larger engineering firms, survey firms. We'll have rail customers, universities there. We're going to invite our vendors. Like we're not the company that believes competition. Oh no, you got to be quiet. Like Regal's absolutely invited. Happy to have them there. I was talking to Navviz earlier, completely not related to us at all. If they want to be there, come on.
For sure.
Like this is to further the industry. Rising,
it's a win-win, right?
Yes.
Rising seas bring us all up.
Exactly. I love that. What else? You guys want to get anything else out there before we let you go? This has been great.
I have one final recap, if you may. So,
is it a 20-minute recap, Russ, or is it a 30-second recap?
It's a 30-second, but it's very important. We found out that you guys are extremely innovative. You're from America. Now, here's the biggest question. Can you take me and Kent in 2 separate planes and Top Gun us where we go?
Ooh.
No.
All right.
An adamant no.
Okay, so we got 2 out of 3. All right.
Safety first.
Yes. I'm kidding, of course.
God, you're a maniac.
No, safety first, but with any luck, maybe we'll have you guys out at Soarin', do a unique cast from out.
That would be incredible.
Amazing. Well, guys, thank you, Rob. Thank
pleasure.
you, Paul. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Yep. And good stuff. Appreciate it.
Sounds good.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
All right, Russ, let's keep this going.
Yes, sir.
I think it's gonna be a really busy afternoon.
I do too. There's lots of people.
And you're wearing
here.
like 4 hats.
I am.
You got like 4 booths here. You're trying to man.
Each ADD
and be a co-host.
Yes, each ADD brain is occupied currently.
Perfect.
Yes.
Then you're happy, right?
Oh yeah.
You're perfectly happy.
You know that meme where everything's on fire and it's like, this is fine?
Yep.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my brain thinks that same way. Okay, real quick. So we've got Jonah and Ryan, right? Quick introduction. Jonah, just give us your name, who you're with, and what you do.
I'm Jonah Colebrook, and I'm a mobile LiDAR technician at GPI Geospatial.
Right on. And Ryan?
Same thing, Ryan Hagler, but I'm from Tampa office.
Okay.
Mobile LiDAR extraction, collection, all that stuff. I was over a decade in the field for a survey, and I'm only a year into this, so it's a big...
A year into what?
Into mobile LiDAR.
Oh, into mobile LiDAR.
Yeah,
okay, but you have a survey background, though.
Yes.
Okay. So you're not new into like surveying and mapping in general.
No.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So first of all, tell us about GPI, a little bit about the company. Maybe the clients that you guys serve. Who wants to go? You want to take that one, Jonah? Sounds like you've been in the company maybe a little bit more than a year.
I've been here for a year and 7 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty new as well. Yeah. What type of projects do you guys work on?
Usually work on like DOT stuff.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like Rhodes.
Well, we do a lot. We do a lot of DOT stuff is our extraction-based stuff. We do a lot of DOT, but we also do a lot of drone scanning for DOT stuff. We're getting into
Statewide stuff.
Well, we do a lot of rail jobs recently too, high
Nice.
rail. We moved the scanners over to the rail truck.
Nice.
We do a lot of stuff in Philly. We have 2 abandoned railroad tracks we're about to be doing in Maine. So that's what we're looking forward to right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Those are some cool projects.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So what do you like about being on, I guess, this side of things versus traditional survey?
I mean, as a field surveyor coming into extraction, you pick up on it a lot quicker. That was interesting to see. Like supervisors would always tell me like, oh, you picked up on that really quickly just because you have that like mental image of like what you would locate in the field. So it translates pretty well.
Yeah.
That's been fun to look at.
Right.
Fun thing to experience.
Yes. In my experience, that's why it's so much easier to take people that know, you take 3 shots on an arc.
Yeah.
And not 90 shots on an arc, which
Yeah.
is where non-survey people would do it.
Exactly.
So it's a lot easier to just put you in the mindset of do what you do in the field, but just digitally do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And was your background in surveying as well, Jonah?
It was in GIS.
Okay.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about surveying.
Sure.
I came into it.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys love about your jobs? Like what you guys do?
I like to travel. Get to travel
You do?
everywhere, see new places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's cool.
I would say the same. We go from we're all over the East Coast, anywhere from Maine to the Florida Keys. I started getting into not just mobile LiDAR, but right now I'm also training in aerial classifications. So I'm doing power lines is what I'm focusing on. And for our company, I also do the obliques from a helicopter. So I go down and take the pictures. They'll send me up. So we do have jobs in the Keys, the Everglades, I think we're about to push farther north with the helicopter stuff, so that's been my favorite part.
That's really interesting.
That and the travel. We travel quite a bit. I'm in Baltimore like every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Nice. Lovely city.
Yeah. No,
Lovely city.
not at all.
Not so much, huh? So talk about, is this your first tuck then, or have you guys been here before?
My first, his second.
Yeah, I was here last year.
You were here last year as well. Okay, awesome. What are your takeaways so far? Have you been here all week?
Yes.
Nice. You as well, Jonah?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Like my biggest three things. I've recently started training on templates, like how to build the templates versus just going through the brake line extraction stuff. It's a lot easier. Today we did smart cells, so you can kind of put those together to make everything a little quicker. So that's my big takeaway.
Yes, and
There's a lot of stuff that's fast.
And the smart cells, for the people who didn't attend Tuck, those are the cells that they're like blocks that you create for a repeated thing.
Yeah, and you
Right?
assume, like, even if you're into it and you've been here, like, you kind of assume smart cells is like, stop signs, stuff like that, like a different version of that. But I just learned that it's all line work. I didn't know that was only line work for smart cells.
Like the arrows and stuff like that on
Yeah.
the road. Yeah, pavement markings.
Yeah.
Right? Yep.
Cool. How about you, Jonah? Is this year any different than last year for you?
It's definitely different. I'd say I've learned more like editing skills than new tools or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely useful and make my workflow a lot faster.
Gotcha.
So you mean like you're learning new approaches to the QA/QC part? Is
Yeah.
that fair to say? Okay, nice.
Yeah. So are you not only doing the collection but also the extraction as well? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Seeing
we're
both
learning
sides of it.
everything. Like we did a project called Redline out in Baltimore, like downtown Baltimore. We started training in QA/QC on the final like deliverables and stuff. So I've come pretty far since only 1 year.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about it. And that survey stuff is definitely pushed.
Huge.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah.
So did you come from an AutoCAD background traditionally beforehand, or were you like a field guy?
I was a field surveyor.
I gotcha.
for a decade.
Yeah.
Out in the
Okay.
swamp doing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, being a Florida swamp surveyor coming inside and doing mobile, that's got to be nice.
Yeah. Now I get to work from home.
Yeah.
Have my bedroom office. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes we were just talking about this at lunch. I do miss the field sometimes, though.
I do too. I'm not going to lie.
The adventure of it. But I mean, you can translate that. Somebody was saying that in one of the presentations in the auditorium yesterday, how they you translate that sense of adventure and curiosity into this too. So
Yes.
got to figure out how to channel that to a different area.
For me, I find it's more when you figure out something that hasn't been figured out, like a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
But the adventure of being in the field and finding like a piece of evidence that's 200 years old or something, or 100 years
Yeah.
old, and many people have gone out and said they couldn't find it on all the maps, and then you find it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like that always.
Where did you survey at?
I surveyed in Connecticut, so
Oh, okay.
it's a meets and bounds
Different.
state. Yeah.
My old party chief from Tampa was from Waterbury.
Yeah. Oh, gee, another lovely place.
But in Florida, you don't get that. Everything is already built new. We're like
Yeah.
overdeveloped state already. But if you go up to the mountains and stuff, you can find like cedar trees as property corners, or like buried
Yeah.
truck axles and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yes.
Or like wooden posts.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. But here you don't find that diversity and all that.
Yeah. Like what year was Florida originally surveyed? Do you know?
Like as a state.
Yeah. Like when was it laid out? It's a PLSS state, right?
It is. Well, it's like a weird hybrid, isn't it? I guess you would be able to speak to that, Ryan, more, right? I'm not licensed here.
I'm not either.
But yeah, but you're locating evidence. You had to, I know they do PLSS, like the section corners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it says Florida was first officially surveyed by the United States government in 1824.
1824.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
Yes,
So cool.
it's I think it's like
Some of those corners are going on 200 years old.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
That is wild.
Wow.
in Connecticut. The deeds go back to where they're deeded to the King George,
Jeez.
and beyond. And it looks like the Constitution.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know.
yeah.
Without AI, I don't even know how you could read it. Like the S's or F's. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Wow.
Yeah.
it's pretty wild.
Good stuff. So, like, what are you guys looking forward to? You've only been doing this type of mapping for a year. Like, where do you see your career headed at this point?
Jonah, you want to answer that first?
Of course, he does.
I guess I'd say like to see myself teaching others how my superiors have taught me or are still teaching me. So just being more proficient at what I do and being more versatile.
Yeah, that's a good goal for sure.
I would definitely like to be able to do a podcast on it one day.
Check.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the same thing. Like just to be able to go up, like move up, grow in the company, get up to where you can like kind of what I'm doing. I'm already working on that. I'm already doing this, the aerial classification, the oblique stuff. Like just be as broad as I can and perfect all of my expertise in those areas.
Yep.
And then be able to train people.
Yeah, nice.
That's awesome. And you guys are at a good company. I know,
I'm familiar with that company as well.
Mike and Paul and all, and then a few other people. It's a great company, and you got lots of room for growth.
Oh yeah.
I am just questioning: is he really from Maryland? Like he gives me such SoCal surfer vibes. Do you not feel that way? Or maybe Key West or something.
I'm definitely from Maryland.
Yeah, super chill aura about you, man. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Jonah's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, what else? You guys want to get anything else out there? Appreciate your time. This has been a great conversation.
Yeah, this is my first time ever doing this. So.
You guys did great.
No,
Perfect.
I'm good. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you guys. It was fun.
Great to meet you guys as well. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Will do. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, we're going rogue now. Kent is away, so we will play. So I have a Rogues Gallery with me, two TopoDOT employees, and a gentleman from Canada. So, Jen, please come to the microphone so you can say hello.
Hello,
and I can check your
everyone.
levels.
Check.
All right, you're good. All right, so Zach,
my name is Zach. How's it going?
tell me,
a sweet voice.
Tell me, voice for radio. All right, what are we doing here today? What are you doing today?
Oh, I'm teaching some of the classes today. I went over pavement markings and I'm doing utility corridor later.
Excellent. I should have rephrased my question. Who are you?
Who am I?
What are you doing here in general?
What am I doing here?
Yes. Why are you here? Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm in Zach.
Yes.
I'm a TopoDOT employee. I'm basically the help desk, if you will. So if you call in, you send an email, I'm typically the one answering the phone calls, the emails, and doing the support for the community, helping them out.
Nice. And so you do this good work for free then, right? Is this public service that you're doing?
No, it's all part of the job,
And you are great at your job. I personally have spoken with you many times, and you are fantastic.
Thank you.
And then we have, Mike Graham from
McElhanney in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Nice. So what brings you to TopoDOT? Is this your first TopoDOT?
This is my first time to Florida. This is my first time to Tuck.
Oh wow, lots of firsts there.
Lots
okay,
of firsts,
so let's start with TopoDOT, and then we'll ease into Florida.
Sure.
How do you like the conference?
The conference has been great so far.
Mm-hmm.
Met a lot of nice people, had some great conversations, seen a lot of interesting and informative presentations, and learned a lot about the software. I consider myself an expert, so.
Excellent.
Nice. And then you still learn stuff.
No,
or now you're an expert.
I like to within my company. I'm trying to style myself as an expert.
Yes.
So I made my way
Chris,
down here.
if you're listening, he is the expert.
Yes, Chris, if you're listening, more money.
Yeah. We're talking USD too.
Yeah, exactly, USD. So it's great to be down here and learn some more. Learn a few tricks, get to talk to the people who are, developing the software, that know the ins and outs, that can really provide the insight that isn't always available, via email or even a phone call. So that's been really valuable.
Yes, and a lot of times it's what I find here. It's easier to articulate when you have a group of people and you can physically see like the cloud or something than it is like over Teams or whatever. There's definitely a ton of value being together in real life, right?
And the demonstrations live. You're right there. You can bounce ideas and speak with other people that have similar problems from other areas of the world, and perhaps they have a workflow that you never considered.
Absolutely.
So being able to see that you're not the only one having that issue.
Yep.
Yes.
And
I heard
that,
that
you know,
more than once today.
yeah, different approaches to the same problem is really valuable.
Excellent.
That's awesome. And I'm sorry, forgive me. So what do you guys do at your company?
Tell us a little bit more about
yeah.
McElhanney.
McElhanney, we are an engineering consultancy and survey company.
Excellent.
Started in BC about 110 years ago.
Wow.
So we have a long history in the region. We're, I guess, mid-sized firm. I don't know how it's generally scaled. We're about 1,500 employees, and
I would say it's larger sized.
yeah. We operate across British Columbia and Alberta. We have a few satellite offices. We do have experience in some international projects, but we do everything under the sun in the engineering space.
And may I say, one of the oldest TopoDOT users in Canada.
Yes.
Actually.
There you go.
Yes.
All the way from one of the first mobile mapping team in Canada. So I do remember you guys from way back when it was named a different company.
Yeah.
You guys
Starpoint.
Oh, yeah. SARPoint was a division that we absorbed, I think, 10 or 12 years ago.
Imagine.
We still have some team members from the original SARPoint team
Yes.
that I work with.
So the first talk we hosted, and I know she's still with you,
Roxanne. Yeah, Roxanne's excellent. She's another one of our extractors, and she's an engineering tech.
So, excuse me. What kind of scanning do you guys do? Mobile scanning, UAV LiDAR, all of it, SLAM, terrestrial?
We do have a mobile scanner. It's a little bit dated, but we're working on getting that updated, hopefully. We have a Navis scanner. We do terrestrial
Nice.
high definition survey. We do handheld photogrammetry scanning, which is
nice.
actually widespread, and we've had a lot of success with that. We have a drone division. We call it RPAS up in Canada, remotely piloted aircraft systems.
Just because you have to be different?
We have to be different. So we have drone LiDAR and photogrammetry, as well as some bridge inspection capabilities.
Nice.
And we also have a traditional a fixed-wing aircraft division. And we
Ooh.
do LiDAR and photogrammetry
Yeah.
large scale across BC, Alberta, Ontario, Northwest Territories, Yukon. We really cover as much as we can.
So I have a question, since you're from Canada and you cover a vast region, and I know Vancouver and Montreal. I've only been to Montreal, but they have more moderate climates, right? It's fair to say. But as you get further, you get the ice road trucker type stuff. So you must be very limited. I know this from personal experience in New England, like the temperature ranges on sensors and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
There you must have like a window, right, where you can do things.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Yeah. Like is it a tighter window the further you go north? Like it shrinks to a couple months, or?
Yeah. So our airborne division, they basically operate between, let's say, April and September.
Wow. Yeah.
Because when you're mapping the province and snow starts to fall in the interior in late September, early October, or something
That is
like
fast
that.
processing time.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's crunch time.
September, like end of September, early October is probably cut off, but we're busy in our airborne division throughout the summer. RPAS or UAV, we also try and hit it as hard as we can through the summer months.
Yeah.
Vancouver's pretty temperate, so we have good weather in the lower mainland, what we call it, Greater Vancouver. We usually have a longer field window. And then our terrestrial division, we're fair weather surveyors with a high definition survey, thankfully.
Yes.
But we do have a lot of rain, so we got to work around that. But yeah, it's all about getting the work in when we can, and then spending the remaining months planning.
And then extracting the data, obviously, right? Because
Yeah.
you guys are probably, when you go, you're unleashing the gates of hell, like the fury.
Yeah,
Get everything collected as fast as possible, and then start. I imagine, right?
Yeah, if
That
we
carries
could, we can't necessarily wait till the off season to
No.
extract
No,
everything.
of course. I mean, but if you got a bigger project that's gonna,
Oh yeah,
Right,
definitely,
right,
definitely.
Or tell us, how do you manage your team in that case? So you guys have like multidisciplinary functions throughout the year based on when you can collect and when you can't?
Yeah, so we have our field techs for particular disciplines. So our airborne division we have an airborne division, at least in my particular branch. I suppose I should preface it. I work for a geospatial branch of the company, and we have all kinds of branches spread out over BC and Alberta. But ours specifically specializes in geospatial technology. That is both on a production basis and a support basis to help spread this tech and these capabilities throughout the company. So our divisions are airborne, RPAS, and terrestrial. And within those divisions, we have specialists that work either on the office side or on the field side, sometimes a combination of the both. Myself, I do both field and office.
I can tell you know a lot about the collection as well. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
That's very good.
And I'm a licensed RPAS pilot as well, so I help out on our drone side for collection.
Awesome.
So let's bring it back to talk. Tell us a little bit about what would you take back after this conference? What is something that you learned new that you know you're going to start implementing at McElhanney?
So I spent the last 6 months or so putting together training materials for TopoDOT.
Yeah.
And our extraction workflow specifically for the company so that we can have everybody basically producing a similar product rather than
internal training.
Yeah, rather than having these like little silos of, okay, this branch extracts this way, this branch extracts this way.
Keep it
company-wide, this is how we do things. These are the tools we use. These are the deliverables that we produce. So a big part of that is consistency and accessibility. And I know you and I, Jennifer, have chatted about the Topo Share. So that's going to be a big takeaway. We're going to explore that, as well as there's a number of just like small efficiency improvements that I've picked up on through the classes and the presentations and things that are, coming out in the latest update that are really hopefully just going to help speed things up. And so a lot of the notes I've been taking is like, okay, I got to get everybody up to speed on this, or I got to get everybody up to speed on that. And,
okay.
Yeah,
I think TopoShare will be a great tool to explore for you guys. It's gonna make you guys so much more efficient in sharing the information across the organization, in organizing it, right? Like it's all about cataloging. But I'm loving the fact that you have already all of this knowledge, and all you're doing here is fine-tuning it for your team, right? Like,
it's just refining.
It's all about like understanding where you could fit all the little pieces for your own team. So that's very valuable information. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Wasn't there was a fantastic presentation that also talked about how TopoShare was used this week, I think.
Russ cannot help but to plug himself in every conversation.
Look, you've talked about TopoDOT the whole time. Where's my plug? No, I'm kidding.
It's it's only normal to do that, right?
Yes, of course. The loudest mouths get fed.
It's called the Russ Show. It's not the Geoholics anymore.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have 6 brothers and sisters when you're growing up.
Yeah. Whoever yells the loudest eats the most.
Yes. No, that's fantastic. And is there anything that you want to say? Anything or anything you want to say about where you see trends going, or the future of scanning, or leave us with some.
I suppose I have to put it in a Canadian lens, just based on the trends of my company in particular. I'm hoping that we can incorporate more mobile into our workflows. I know that our experience is based on kind of data technology that not necessarily is all that we have access to, but it's just what we have. And this stuff really advances at such a pace that it's just a matter of making the decision to take the step forward and work with the latest tech, the best tech, and improve those efficiencies. And being here and being able to see it in person. This is my first conference in the industry, so being able to get exposed
But
and have
can-
the conversation.
Can you
that's
believe
awesome.
the amount of technology that we have in one room? Like,
Yeah.
were you here?
And they're
for
just leaving it lying around.
I know.
And it's also
It's all here
pocket
for us to
size.
take.
It's pocket size in place. It's a
No, it's really amazing being able to see it in action. And, all of the vendors have been so transparent and open to chat. And I'm sure they've got a sale in the back of their mind somewhere. But
Yes.
still,
Oh, yeah.
often they just like to talk about the tech and what it is, and they're honest. And it's really refreshing.
Yes. Well said. Zach, you want to tell us anything about the future of TopoDOT, where you see it going, and the community?
I mean, as you already been experiencing with this year's conference, we are ever expanding, growing the teams, and a lot of new faces this year within our company as well.
I'm not going to lie. I think you let Todd down with that one. Want to try again?
Yeah, sorry.
No,
I said
I'm teasing. That was a fantastic answer. And my final question, is there such a thing as a snow day in Canada for land surveyors?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, there is. Okay.
Yeah,
Always
there
wondered that.
absolutely is.
Okay. How many meters of snow do we talking?
Sorry. What kind of surveyors? Are we talking high definition? Are we talking laser scanning?
No,
boots on the ground.
Yeah, boots on the
Oh
ground.
no,
traditional.
those poor souls. They
go out, right?
They go out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
When I was in New England, it was just bring a pickaxe, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just basically digging through 6 feet. I'll give you freedom units. 6 feet of snow, then to dig another 3 feet into the ground to find a pin. You know,
trying to find a pin in the snow. Thankfully, like I said, Vancouver's pretty temperate. We maybe get 1 or 2 days of snow a year. So my experience in the snow surveying is extremely limited, but especially since going geospatial. But yes, we've got some great guys that they tough it out all winter because there's no other option. You got to get the work done.
Yeah. So your climate is, I'm sorry, I meant to wrap this up, but so your climate's probably similar to Washington then, right? Like Seattle? Yeah, it's very similar?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
We're only an hour or 2 away from Seattle.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful too. Very beautiful place.
I live like 15 minutes from the border. I pop down for gas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever, have you ever heard of, I don't know, maybe I should wrap this up before I go. I was going to ask you, I know there's one of the world's only non-tropical rainforests is an island off of Washington. And they also have that Crescent Lake where it's like,
okay, Russ, let's
1,000
wrap
feet
it up.
deep.
Let's wrap it up.
We can chat offline.
Yes. So that's why, I'd love to talk about that. We'll just edit this part out, Kent, this last minute. And then we'll splice it right here. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for indulging us with your views and thoughts on the industry. It was a pleasure to meet you.
And gentle girls.
And well, I was thinking you're a host. I was thank you.
That's why.
It's implied, Jennifer. It's implied. Oh, thank you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, good chatting with you. Thanks.
Yep. Likewise.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
All right, we're back again with the Rogues Gallery of the Geoholics with my special co-host, Jennifer Triana.
Hello, everyone. I'm taking Ken's seat while he's somewhere else.
Yes.
Elsewhere.
Where his whereabouts are unknown. I don't know. Should we be concerned? I have no idea where he is. He may have been abducted.
He left all his equipment, so he'll be back.
Or not. We'll find out. Stay tuned for that. But joining us in the interim, because we're so concerned, we have more guests. We have Wesley and we have Stephania, and they are from QK4. So I will start with Wesley since I can pronounce your name properly. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you guys do.
Yeah, so at QK4, we're an engineering firm. We've got a pretty large survey department we're proud of. We do a lot of extraction through TopoDOT, but we're getting more into the mobile space.
Nice.
And so we're getting pretty excited about all the automated tools that TopoDOT uses because brake line extraction is a lot better for, the drone LiDAR being able to go through and adjust those points. But with denser point clouds, you can just extract that stuff automated. It's pretty beautiful.
I love, I'm from Langen, and we love mobile data, overall data, because you can tighten the tolerances on all the tools. That, like you said, the automation, it works so clean because the data is an order of magnitude denser, right?
Right.
Where are you guys from?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, we're based out of Louisville, and I work at the Frankfurt office, and Steph.
I work out of Glasgow office
Okay.
near Bowling Green, about hour and a half south of Louisville.
Nice. So how long have you been with the company?
I've been with the company for a little over 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do? You do acquisition? What's your title, I guess?
I'm one of the LSITs. We've got a handful of us, and I did a little bit of field work.
May I say a young one too, which is a rare species.
Yes.
Yeah, they kind of told us, hey, this is a really great gig if you're up for it, and I was definitely up for it. Surveying's awesome.
Good for you.
So, and we've got several young surveyors that are working. Of course, we've got several of the guys that are actually leading the front with Young Surveyors Network at QK4, so that's pretty cool.
That's excellent. I did the mentor program last year, and I'm doing it this year. Yeah, and I actually, my mentee happened to be from Orlando. I live about an hour outside, so we got to meet in person and became lifelong friends. And I think just a small little plug to the NSPSYSN mentorship program, but I encourage all licensed professionals to participate in it. I think you get as much back from it as the mentee does, you know?
And we know this too because these folks are with QK4, which we have a really great friend of the program, Ben Schneeberry, who's also heavy in education and mentorship for the Young Surveyor Network. He teaches at a local university, right?
Yes, he's taught classes at UK.
Yeah, UK. There
Wow.
you go. So, Stephania, tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do for QK4?
So I've been at QK4 almost 5 years now, and I'm a CAD tech.
Okay.
I've been attending TopoDOT I think this is my 4th year now. So
Yeah.
Right on.
So I've actually seen you grow in this space. So tell us a little bit about where you started and how it's evolved for you.
well, the TopoDOT experience, I absolutely love just the ease of the use of all the tools, really. And I've said I've been here this about my 4th year, but I've learned something new every year, even this year after using it this long. Still, so
Are you moving into a new position, I hear, right? Like you've been an extractor for a long time, but now you're graduating. Is that right? Are you overseeing the program?
well, we've kind of, yes, I guess I could say I'm training
be modest.
training
Don't
our
be
new
modest.
guys, but I've worked with Wes quite a bit and our new hires and stuff too. So
Growing, right?
growing,
Okay.
yes.
That's
So
great.
so does Wes, you lead the program, the reality capture program?
No, we kind of work together hand in hand. We do a lot of work to process all the data, but I mean it's such a fluid environment for us at QK4. Everybody kind of owns their work. It's pretty cool culture.
Nice. Yeah, no, that sounds really neat.
Do you
And
get to touch the tools and like the hardware, be in the field as well?
Yeah. I'm always a bug in their ear about getting in the field more, but yeah, sometimes I do.
Well, let me tell you something really fun, Russ, because we did a partnership with Ben, who's at QK4, because a lot of our own staff here at TopoDOT, who of course are the experts of all the tools and LiDAR, they don't get any exposure with the hardware, right? Like none of them have. For some of them have never even seen the hardware or used it. This was a couple years ago, right? And so he said, well, can I switch seats? Can I send some people your way and you send some people my way and we learn from each other? So
Like an exchange program, like a student exchange program. Nice.
We
Yeah.
did a swap. So we sent Zach, and I think he used the Navis on the bridge. We sent JP. He used a tripod scanner. They were all in the field getting, eaten by ticks and all that stuff. So
I got to hear about that from Zach.
Oh my
you heard
gosh.
of that, right? So
Great.
it's great that we have this kind of partnership with our clients that we're not only educating them, but they're also giving back. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it's really cool to see all the networking happen, and then it also reach out of the conference and start actually changing things and how the game works. That's really cool.
So what does QK4 stand for?
That was radio silence for that answer.
Okay, so the answer is ... right?
Yep,
Ellipses.
absolutely.
Okay, excellent. Sometimes it's good to have things you just don't know the answer to, and you can ponder at night.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So,
Well, there's
you
no
just,
sleep.
thank you for
I
adding.
don't, but I think that's the point.
No, Stephania?
No, there's like 4 principles.
Yes.
4 principles
No,
no, go ahead.
I don't want to go ahead. I don't know. I don't know them. I'm sorry, Georgianne.
But it's like quality, integrity. Gosh, I'm not sure. Like,
I think maybe we should stop. I mean, you guys should stop revealing how little you know of the company's origins and the mantra.
I'm gonna go study the lore after this. There is a movie out though on YouTube if you want to learn more about QK4. It's really cool. It's like 50 minutes long, professionally produced, super awesome.
Really? Do you know the name of that?
It was the QK4 movie for 50th anniversary.
That's
what it was,
cool.
50th anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh, also check out. So
That's a
Ben
redeeming
has
answer.
an
Yes.
album with survey-related songs. It is
Oh,
awesome. It's just awesome.
The Acres and Chains?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's you guys?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now all my worlds are colliding now. Now I see.
Yep.
So what are your guys? I guess I'll start with you, Wes. Do you go by Wes, right?
Yeah.
All right. What was your favorite thing or biggest takeaway so far from this year's talk?
Oh man, definitely the amount of tools that work together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting thinking, I've used this tool, and then I start going to different sessions, and the different professors, teachers, whatever, session leaders.
I like professors.
Yeah, that sounds very studious. I like it too.
Academic.
And I'm seeing how you guys take the different tools and you're using them in different environments in different ways, coupled with other tools. And so I'm jotting that down. I might not be jotting down, this tool exists because I know it exists.
Yes.
I'm jotting down, you can use this tool for that. So that's,
I think that is the biggest takeaway for many people.
Yeah.
Is that they were like, I didn't think I could use, right? And Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't know I could use this tool like that or with this other tool.
Right.
And it kind of just light bulb moment for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
How about you, Steph?
Steph.
Yes.
That works.
I like Steph. All right.
Again, just a refresher of the tools and working with them, but the assessments of the wall monitoring, even the roadway analysis, the little what is it that you saw the
IRI?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go along the
yeah.
roadway. That was just so cool.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that about this conference and in general. So many of you use the tools pretty much every day sometimes, right? And you didn't realize there was this whole other tab called the data analysis tools, right? So we have all the monitoring, all of the measurement tools, right? The encroachment analysis and the reporting tools that you could just extend the value of your data beyond the surveys and models, right?
Right.
And we want to be able to leverage that information for our engineers, our designers, the people that really, don't know that you could do this with LiDAR. So you guys are the geospatial experts that are going to bring that knowledge back home, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and, to tag onto that, one of the things I've discovered, especially with the slope analysis between brake lines and, there was 4 or 5 different ways you could calculate the slope or the elevation, like supers and things like that. But that alone and the ability to pull a report for that changes how I could deliver something to an engineer, because I'm seeing them work in their 2D space in MicroStation, calculating slope from an XY basic, they got their calculator out and they're calculating this XY and all that stuff, trying to get the slope. And I could just give that to them. I could have that labeled, annotated all along the roadway.
It's absolutely huge as well for ADA compliance.
Yeah.
Because you could just look at it, all right, there's that tool, you apply it to ADA. ADA can only exceed a certain percentage or it's not in compliance. And, you know,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's a lot of good uses with that. How about you, Steph?
Steph, tell us a little bit about TopoShare. I know that you're excited about TopoShare. Or at least Ben made you do it.
Yeah, so we just recently got involved with TopoShare, and I am excited about it because we have a couple projects, just like I said, getting started, a couple projects loaded up, but it's where any of our engineers or the data processors can go to this location and see what we have, what's available, and just grab it and use it.
I agree 100%. We've been using it for several years now for that, and it's huge for that reason. It's so easy to show the coverage. Just so
Right.
the engineer's like, oh, do you have data over here? And then you can just look at the web portal or whatever and see what you guys got. And then it could be like, oh, can you get me more information in this area, right? Oh, it's a very helpful tool.
Yeah, I think we'll be using it a lot once we get it more established. So.
Yeah,
Well,
that's great.
If you have any questions, don't call me. Call Russ. He
Yes.
is the king of TopoShare right here.
That is
How
not
many?
true.
Do you know how many projects do you have in TopoShare? Do you?
Yeah. A lot. A lot. We put at least 20 or 30 a month on, I would say. Yeah, we put a lot.
Wow.
I think
it has like
over a couple of years,
300, 400.
it's a lot. We got to be, if we're not the top, we got to be
You
close.
are the top there.
Yeah, we pump everything through TopoShare. It's just the
I mean,
easiest
why not?
way to distribute the data.
Yeah.
Especially like collaborate with teams, and it's like, I got tiles 1 through 5, you got 6 through 10, and you got whatever,
Right.
and it's nice. And then we also leverage project wise, but you could anything, and it's reference in everyone's drawings.
Yeah.
So make sure you match up, and it's a pretty smooth workflow.
Well, and who doesn't like redundancy, right?
Yes.
It's just more protection for your data.
Yes,
It's great.
yes. No, it's great. All right, so I guess my final question to you will be, can you get me tickets to Kentucky Derby?
No joke.
I'll
you
bring
can-
the hats.
You can maybe be my +1.
All
whenever
right.
I go.
Oh, I may take you up on that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you. Is there anything else that you guys want to say?
No.
Just thanks for putting this on and giving us hands-on training like every year. It's really, and the support you give for your product is exceptional. So just a big thanks.
You're welcome.
And she's looking at me by the way.
No, you're welcome. No, that was directed at me. No, of course, that's just speaking to TopoDOT, to Jennifer.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you for joining us and also for supporting the event every year, for sending someone new every year too. We know that you value the education for your people overall. So that shows who you are. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for being awesome. How's that? Both of you are awesome, and thank you for
take
being
that. Thanks,
awesome.
man.
All right. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right, I'm back.
You
What
are.
I miss, Russ?
So much has transpired.
I can't wait to hear what you and Jennifer pulled off.
So, full disclosure,
Yeah.
we thought maybe you were abducted by aliens, and
I would have loved that, by the
some
way.
of the equipment might have been put on eBay. There was a fire sale.
That's great.
Well, I'm glad that you're back and you're safe, buddy.
Everything's good. Yeah. It's not abducted.
No,
Maybe someday.
just
We'll
not
see.
today.
Not today.
Okay.
All right, let's get into this. We've got Jason with us. Jason, real quick, just give us your name, who you're with, and what you do.
Hi, I'm Jason Rhodes. I work with Jacobs, based in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm here at TopoDOT conference to soak up all the knowledge and network with the community here.
That's awesome. So this is not your first TopoDOT user conference, right?
No,
You said it's been a bit.
It's my fourth.
Fourth.
It's the first
Okay.
in about 7 years
Because you moved to Australia.
because I moved to Australia.
Yes, from here. So you're from here originally, not Florida, but
from
you're
Colorado.
Colorado
Yep.
originally.
Yep.
And with Jacobs, like you mentioned, and we were talking a little bit before we hopped on here, and you've got such an interesting, cool story on how you ended up in Australia. Share that a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so I went to a Hexagon conference in Vegas in 2016 or 2017 and ran into a couple of Jacob's colleagues from the survey team over there. And we hung out for a week, had a great time together, got to know each other a bit, and I planted a seed that I'd be interested in going to work over there at some point. And then
did you approve that with your wife before you made that comment?
No, I did not. So that took
that sounds like something I would do.
Yes, myself included.
So that was the next 6 months, was working through that with my wife to see if that was actually something that she'd be willing to do or not. And it was. So yeah, it took about 1.5 years to negotiate the move over there, and we ended up over there right in 2019. End of 2019.
That's interesting. Like right at COVID time, unfortunately.
Right before COVID.
So that was
worst timing in the world.
Yeah. Well,
or maybe the best. So
or the best,
depending on how you look at it.
For sure, absolutely. And so you're still with Jacobs, living in
Jacobs,
Australia. Do you love it?
We do.
And you're a surveyor. I want to make that clear.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Surveying background.
Yep.
I'm not in the field much anymore.
Sure.
But, most of my work revolves around survey reality capture and digital delivery.
Cool.
So curating, maintaining large data sets for big infrastructure projects.
Yeah. Like what's one of the most challenging things about surveying in Australia that you've experienced?
Oh, there's so many jokes here, but I will refrain.
Well, it's not the metric system. So the metric system's great.
Yeah.
I've gotten used to that. It didn't take long to get used to it. I think probably fielding the jokes about the imperial system and catching the flack from other Australians.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of that to go around, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah. So do you see yourself ever coming back, or?
Yeah, potentially. We've got family and friends and everyone here still, and
we probably get a ton of people coming out to visit you though too, right?
Not a ton.
No,
not as much as
far.
we'd like. Yeah.
It's a journey.
It is a journey. Yeah.
So he's from the land of boomerangs. So clearly, at some point, he's going to come back.
Oh,
right?
I see what you did there, Russ. Yes. That was good. So witty, Russ.
I know. I'm just so witty. Invigorated today.
I can tell. Well, I think it's not invigorated. I think it's slap happy.
Yeah. Yes, maybe.
It's quite a week for sure. Mm-hmm. So let's go down the path. So you're here at TopoDOT. Assuming you're a TopoDOT user, then?
Yes.
Talk about that. Talk about, what's great about TopoDOT and maybe how long you've been using it and, what you're getting out of this year's user conference.
Sure. Yeah. So I started using TopoDOT maybe 2016, about 10 years ago or so. Just a few basic tools at first, of course. And then the more I got into it, I was just really curious about what all these other tools could do. So I just, in my own time, or when I should have been doing other things, I'd start exploring and figuring out what other tools could do. And sometimes I'd find better ways to do things, and I was able to communicate those out, and those would get adopted into the workflow. And then when I finally came to my first user conference in 2017, just sitting in some of those sessions and just seeing the end-to-end workflows just brought everything together, and realized, I've been only using a fraction of the tools or not using them in the right order.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing those end-to-end workflows, the combinations, the right combinations of the right tools in the right order, it just brought everything together for me.
Yeah.
And each time I came back in 2017 and 2019, or 18 and 19. And each time it just got better and better. I really love the community here and the people I met. The access to Maudy and David and all the developers. It's the best conference I've ever been to in terms of hands-on learning and just coming out of it with, you can actually bring things home that actually make a difference.
It's great. And those 2 points are a common theme among everyone. It's like the tools, using them in a different way or a different combination than anyone originally thought.
Yeah.
And making these lifelong connections with the user group. And obviously, I guess it's 3 things. And then the hands-on training, second to none.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we hear from a lot of people that have committed to TopoDOT. That is the support is like second to none.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a question or a problem, you just reach out, and it's almost immediate, the support that you get.
Or even like a beta version within 24 hours, they send you here's a new version with a new tool just to do what you asked. So you don't get that with any other software.
Yeah, and you mentioned something I think is a very common thread when it comes to software packages, and that is not using it to its fullest potential, right? Like you have a tendency to just use it for what you need it for, not really diving into it and seeing what it actually can do for you.
Yes, no, it's absolutely true. And I think the brake line extraction tool, the big revelation that they found a few years ago, remember, was that everyone was using basically the most basic tool when there was all these other tools.
Yeah.
It's because, especially in surveyors, once we know something and it works, we are so afraid to deviate from that, and it's so hard to change it up. But they do a good job of getting that whole mindset change over these past few years. And I see everyone using the new tools.
Yeah. And they do really good at providing that training material outside of the conference too, but it's just not the same as being here and talking with them and doing it hands-on in class.
Yeah, putting faces with names, that type thing.
Yeah.
And, be able to meet people in person. There's nothing quite like that for sure. What are some of the type projects you're working on where you utilize TopoDOT?
Well, we're scanning almost every project. There's not we're scanning first and then surveying second on almost every project, whether it's TLS or MLS. So any scanning project, we're using TopoDOT for the extraction. That's our primary tool. We have other tools, of course, but that would be our main tool for extraction. TopoShare as well. My main project is a major, twin tunnel passenger rail around the city of Melbourne, and we've used it extensively in hosting the data in TopoShare, disseminating all of that data for extraction, hosting the line work, sharing out the data to all the the contractors and project stakeholders, and it's been invaluable. It's been an invaluable tool for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I heard a rumor that you were basically the Johnny Appleseed of TopoDOT in Australia. Is that true?
Johnny Appleseed.
Yes, you were the first one to kind of bring it over to the AU. Is that what they call it?
No, it is AU, but no, I'm not the first person. They were actually using it long before I got there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
I have to fire my sources.
As you said, though, surveyors get kind of stuck in their ways. So they had learned things a certain way. It's harder for them to get to a conference.
Yeah.
So, they weren't doing anything necessarily wrong, but I was able to bring some of my learnings from being at the conference and bring in some efficiencies and, close some of those loops with some of the tools that hadn't been closed yet.
Yeah.
So
it's awesome.
Yeah. Really cool. We need to talk Ted into having a talk in Australia.
That would be awesome.
How about that?
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That would be so cool.
I don't think anyone would complain except maybe Ted.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you mentioned TopoDOT is kind of like being your main go-to platform for this type work. What kind of separates it maybe from some other tools that are out there that you've used?
I think the user interface probably. There's Cyclone, 3DR. Maybe for me, it was the first one that I used, so all the other ones now seem inferior.
Yeah, right.
But if someone, we still have people on our team who learn Cyclone first. And so if they're extracting a substation, for example, they're still going in and modeling in Cyclone.
In Core?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though it's supposed to be retired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the way he knows.
Yeah.
It's efficient for him and for them. So he's trained up a few people to do that. And it works.
Yeah.
So, and that's all that really matters, right? You're getting the maybe it's not all that matters, but you're getting, as long as the end product is what you need, it doesn't really matter how you get there.
Yes, that's true. As long as it's repeatable, defensible,
It's not
right?
taking too
Efficient.
long.
Yeah. So, but as far as linear projects, TopoDOT, kind of the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
None of those other programs can handle long linear projects, which I believe you told me yesterday that you guys do a lot of infrastructure, tunnels and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on in Australia right now. So passenger rail tunnels, highway tunnels, bridges. So we've been doing a lot of that.
Is there a road that goes like straight across Australia or no?
Up through the middle?
Yeah, like straight through the middle.
There is, I think, but it's not, you might need some extra tires and some extra fuel.
Oh, it's like literally Mad Max-ish? Like the road? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
It might be paved for part of the way.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Okay. That's something to put on my bucket list.
You may not come back from that one, Russ.
No, that's going to be at the end.
Take out some extra life insurance.
Yes.
And I've never done it, so I don't know what it's like. But,
you mentioned TopoShare.
Yes.
So talk about that product just a little bit, why it's beneficial and why it works for you guys.
Well, as I said I gave a talk last night at the general session, and that was kind of the key point of my talk, was that, arriving in Melbourne right before COVID and getting thrown onto this massive rail project and capturing all that data. And we foresaw that lockdowns were coming and we were all going to be working from home pretty soon. So we were able to push hard and go capture all that data with both MLS units. And so we had all the data sitting there, but pretty soon everyone was just working from home and all the other projects were pretty much on hold. So we had a big crew of people kind of sitting around. I had recently implemented TopoShare for the US. So they hadn't yet done that in Australia. So we had all this data. I knew it was perfect. So I implemented a TopoShare instance for the Australia region. We uploaded all that data to TopoShare, and we had our entire team became our extractors. Even our senior project managers were sitting there doing extraction for us. So that enabled us to stay on schedule with that project. If it hadn't been for that, we would have made it work, but it would have sucked.
Yes.
We would have been driving hard drives and just probably spreading COVID around a little more.
Yeah.
So that kept us safe and kept the team productive and billable, and the project got what it needed to keep moving forward. So it's a big success story in my eyes, and ever since then it's pretty much become our standard operating procedure.
So how are the clients impacted by using TopoShare?
The clients, I think we're mostly using it internally at this point. I would say that the clients would be impacted by just our increased ability to, deliver the point cloud faster. Like we've got teams of extractors in overseas in Poland and India. So with TopoShare, it's really easy to just disseminate that data to our teams. They can get it back to us quicker. We're not shipping hard drives.
But I guess indirectly it's a benefit to your client, right? Just because of the efficiency as a result of using it.
Exactly, indirectly. But we're also starting to move into the TopoShare Enterprise, where using share links and things like that. We've had it for a couple of years, but we haven't really fully realized its potential yet. So we're going to start small, identify a client that could really use it, and start to roll it out, and then with the hopes to, just make it more widespread. I would think it's a good tool to not only for our clients, but to communicate the data that we have to our internal. At Jacobs.
Gotcha.
We work with a lot of different teams, a lot of different disciplines.
That's how we've been using it in a similar fashion on especially on multidiscipline projects beyond site civil. So let's say, and then something that's not important to site civil, maybe important to environmental or whatever group. So then super easy to just have the cloud overlaid over the image and be like, here's our coverage. And they could just be like, whatever. Get it just top of the light because, we need to know if it's going to affect amphibians or something. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
So, it's great.
So I think you've given us like a really good overview of the TopoDOT products. Ted should probably pay you for this, by the way.
Yes. I'm actually trying to get an NIL with them.
That's awesome. So what advice would you give a new TopoDOT user?
Ooh.
Come to the conference.
Come to the conference.
That's a really good advice.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Super powerful group here, and time well spent for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ask a lot of questions, right?
Yeah.
Take advantage of the tech support.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make friends, because there's also, I know, like I've done it personally where I knew someone was doing some type of work, and then I started doing that type of work, and you could pick their brain about how they did it and how they approach it. You know what I mean? Which is more outside of the software workflow, but more like, the process.
Yeah.
So it's like really important to have fun at the event. They have these great events after each night. And the mingle and just meet. It's a small community. Make friends. Add value.
Add value.
There you go.
If you can't make it to the conference, just pick up the phone and call. Send an email. I got on the phone with Jen really early on, and she walked me through some things. And it really helped me out. So just, again, that accessibility to the developers and the tech support team is second to none, like you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. Good stuff. Rush, you got anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Yep. Great conversation.
All I got is Australian jokes, so I'm going to refrain from.
Hold on to those.
Refrain from them. Yes.
Anything else, Jason, you want to get out there?
No, this has been fun. Thank you.
Appreciate your time. It's been great.
My pleasure.
Yep. Safe travels.
Thank
Yes.
you. All right.
All right, Mr. Russ, I think we're winding down the day here.
Yes, the day is waning.
It's been a great day. A lot of fun. Thanks for being here again. I really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
We got a couple folks here a little nervous to do this.
Yes,
which I think is hilarious.
A couple of nervous Nellies.
Yes.
I think they would say.
Oh my goodness. All right, we got Stephanie and Noah. Stephanie, real quick, if you would, just give us your name, who you're with, and what you do.
Yep, I'm Stephanie. I'm with McKim and Creed. I'm a LiDAR tech. Been there for just over a year.
Just over a year. Perfect. How long have you been at McKim and Creed? Just over a year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
correct.
So you're
Yep.
pretty new to the company as well.
New to the company and new to extraction.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
Perfect. We're going to get more into that in
Yeah.
a second. Noah, same thing. Name, who you're with, what you do.
I'm Noah. I've been with McKim and Creed for about a year and a half now too. Do the same thing, do extraction.
Awesome. Awesome.
Any prior experience beforehand?
Had about
Survey?
a year in the field.
Oh, okay. So you had some
Like
survey
a little
experience.
survey background.
And some college experience, but that hardly counts.
Awesome. How about you, Stephanie? Did you have any survey mapping experience prior?
I did survey for a little over 6 months.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's good to have that background when you're doing the type of work you guys are doing now.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think so.
Yeah, for sure. Where are you located geographically? Are you here in Florida? Where are you at?
No, I'm in Montana.
Oh, you're in Montana.
Our office is based out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. So you just fully remote?
I am.
That's nice.
It's
Right
wonderful.
Noah, how about you?
Yes.
I'm in that Raleigh office.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. So this is it your first tuck or have you been here before, Stephanie? First one. And Noah?
Same thing.
First one.
time.
Okay. This is perfect.
Yes.
This is awesome. We're excited to get your takeaways. Have you been here all week?
I have. Yes.
Okay. So what were your expectations coming into the week and were they met?
Or exceeded.
I would say exceeded.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
am coming back with so much knowledge. I've been doing way too much extraction by hand that I'm
Yes.
not using
That
these
can be automated,
tools
right?
properly.
That's
I'm
the
like,
common
oh my gosh.
thread.
Really? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We tried to do like the PMRK, like for example, and every time it would veer off of the line and we couldn't get it to stay
That tool.
on. And
what's it called?
knowing
Is it-
how to change the settings now to get it to work properly.
Right. The extraction by intensity was
Correct, yeah.
we trace and drape all paint. So
oh wow.
The fact that if we can get that to work, I mean, it looks like we can too from this. That'll be great.
And smart cells is the best class I've ever had.
Yes.
That is highly valuable.
That's going to be great.
The intensity one, I remember back a million years ago when I was closer to your guys' age, when struggling to figure out, especially how to get it to jump the dashes correctly without throwing too many false spots, like the iterations it would go, because then it would work and it would just go left field or whatever, you know.
Even without the dashes, we were having trouble keeping it on the line, and it would just
it's
trying to go straight. And you're like, oh no, I need you to curve with this line.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once you figure out the parameters, that's what Tuck is so good about. And then it's like unlocking something. You're just like light bulb, like, oh yes.
And there's just like small detail things we had, or at least I had problems with the brake line, the new brake line tool at least, where it would I don't know how to describe this. I've got 2 points in brake line, and I have a line that I'm trying to follow, and it keeps moving my points off of where I want them to go instead of keeping them consistent. Turns out all I got to do is uncheck a box. It's like, oh, okay, that's all I've been doing wrong. But yeah. And I've been talking to I asked some of the people that I work with, and they were like, "Oh, that's just what it does." I'm like,
yeah. That doesn't make sense. Right?
No.
Yeah.
But
they said we're coming back and making videos to train everybody else now.
Nice.
We've been messaging them, talking it up.
Yeah.
Like we figured some things out.
That's awesome. So would you say it's a pretty user-friendly platform? Like you've only been using it for a year. Is it pretty easy to get up to speed and be productive?
Yes, I think so. Definitely.
Yeah. They gave us so our introduction to it was a bunch of company training videos, which were great.
That was like proprietary in-house training?
Yeah,
videos?
yeah. So
Gotcha.
they recorded everything by themselves. It's like 4 hours long.
Wow.
And then they just gave us a month to just figure it out. And
it was an interesting way to do training on hands, like learning. It was not having somebody next to you.
So was it interactive kind of?
Watching the video,
okay,
taking notes, and then following step by step what he did.
Gotcha. Sounds like it was really effective.
It was.
Yeah,
I
no, it was
actually
very cool.
loved it.
I mean, it was pretty nice. I studied. I did some civil 3D work in my 2 years of college, and learning TopoDOT and between both the videos and this users conference has been way easier than anything like civil 3D or what else did we use? We used Pix4D, civil 3D. I used some GIS software a little bit. And this has been easier. It's been nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome. So what are your biggest takeaways then from the week? It's winding down at this point, right?
It is.
It's almost over.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than I thought we could do with this than originally anticipated.
That's another common thread.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how accurate and fast we can get because they keep. I mean, they're not pushing us to get they like us to get about 100 feet an hour, right? That's about what they like.
Sure.
It's about 100 feet an hour.
Yep. You're like, no problem.
I bet we can push that now.
You're going to raise the expectations. Be careful there.
Yeah. Just only wait for
maybe I shouldn't tell him everything I learned.
Wait for your race time like a month before then, and then kick in high gear.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh right, I just remembered this tool.
I figured this out.
Yeah.
One thing I definitely seeing is you could both appear younger. Is I hope you take advantage of the community here and take time to socialize and make good connections because I speaking from experience, there's going to be things that you're going to do that even though TopoDOT has the software for it, you're going to meet people here that are doing those things, like different types of things and how they're using the tool. So you'll make good friendships with people and, be able to exchange ideas like, oh, I remember you were doing, some, I don't know, rock wall or whatever. Could you tell me how you did that? You know what I mean? So that's a huge part of the conference as well, is to make some good connections.
I think I've met a couple people that do some different stuff.
There you go.
It's been great for socializing and meeting people doing different stuff. There are use cases for this technology that I did not expect at all. Especially during some of those general presentations. The reality capture stuff for first responders, that's nothing I even ever considered.
That's great that you brought up that presentation. I heard that from some people it was the best presentation.
Was that your presentation, Russ?
It was my presentation.
It was.
Coincidentally.
I didn't want to say it because I'm terrible at remembering names. And I was like, did he give that one?
That's perfect. You brought it up and you didn't remember.
Well, that's the one that I was like, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But
it is fascinating. That and then the natural disasters was also
that too.
Yeah.
Although I was a little bit scared when they showed that video of the guy flipping the slam unit down into a drain grate. Yeah, he just took it off his shoulders and flipped it upside down and dipped it down into a manhole and then put it back on his shoulders, and I was just like, ooh.
Yeah. Was that in Navis?
Yeah, it was Navis.
Navis, yeah. That's cool. We brush ours over the top. We don't submerge ours inside.
A little risky. So what would you guys say to somebody who's, maybe on the fence about coming next year, when next year rolls around? Like what would you say to them to maybe put them over the edge and maybe influence them to be here?
Food's free.
Food's free. Well, kinda.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part. But I think not even from a perspective of like brand new stuff that I've just learned and like, like smart cells. Like I've never like messed with smart cells at all. Like, but that's been great. But like just the small little tips, like just the small things like that brake line thing that I learned, or
there was so many classes that I wanted to take that I didn't get to take. I would love to come back next year, and I think there's still so much more you can learn.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
always be learning, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's always something. And then the new tools that we like, the sidewalk extraction tool now, that we were doing them on brake line, right? And that's good. It works. But with the new tool, I can already tell that now sidewalks are just going to be way faster.
The sidewalk tool?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
So I know this is your first year, so really quickly, I think TopoDOT a few years ago, they did an audit on they could tell what tools are being used, and everyone was using the brake line extraction tool for everything. I mean, I was guilty of it.
We still do.
Because it always works. So then they really did a good job of the past few years of really showing how well these other tools work. And reinforcing it. And I agree. Sometimes it's painful to choose between, it's almost like Solomon's choice between which class you want to take. So that's where it's you guys have to work it out, right? One takes
divide and conquer.
I really wanted in the bridge one.
Oh, the bridge. Yeah. The bridge extraction class was full.
That would be really valuable. Yeah.
Yeah. that one was one that I also wanted to get into because we do bridges sometimes.
Yes.
We've taken so many just basic classes.
Right,
need to come back and take some advanced classes.
Even
it's
the
gonna
basic,
be amazing, yeah.
But I mean, even the basic classes, learning that you can do void areas in the template tool. I had no idea that was a thing. They just gave us the templates at work, and I was just okay. And they're like, don't mess with these. I'm going to see if I can try to convince them to add void areas in those templates so that they run just a little bit smoother. I mean, they work now just fine. I mean, you got to manually go through those anyway, but if you can just make it faster so I don't have to adjust it so much.
Yeah. For sure. Stephanie, what would you tell somebody who might be on the fence?
Like I said, it doesn't seem to matter what level you are. You can gain something from coming here. I think because they have the basic classes and they have all the advanced classes. And they're always adding new tools and changing everything.
Right.
Like we had the old brake line and now we have the new one. So come learn the new tools.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think this is an amazing conference.
I mean, we had some of the people here came to this every year, I think, except this year. I don't remember exactly, but they didn't come this year, and we went, and I'm just like, I think you guys are missing out on a lot of stuff.
Like you always said too,
why didn't
networking
you come?
is huge here too.
That's
to know.
Great.
And just a great opportunity to ask questions.
Yes.
Right.
And not be afraid to in the community.
Yeah. And also have other people that are asking questions, and then you're like, oh, I actually know something about that.
Yep.
You can go over and talk to them and just be like, hey, this is how you would do this.
Exactly. I do, if you don't mind, I would like to, just being that you're from Montana, how did you end up working for McKim McCree? Did you just see something or a recruiter type thing? Or
I was living in Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
At the time.
I got you now. Okay. That's just because that's very
really
remote from far away.
Really
yeah.
remote.
That's why I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah. No, good question. I've never been to Montana, but I want to go so bad.
Me too.
Me too.
Where do you live in Montana?
We could talk about that for a while.
Where do you live in Montana?
Gorgeous. In Helena.
Oh, yeah. Gosh. I hear it's incredible. Got to get there.
I know.
Some fly fishing.
We got to do some maps. We got to get in the maps somehow.
We got to get invited to the Montana State Surveyors Conference.
Oh, yes.
That's a thing.
It's got to be.
Really?
Yeah, every association, every state. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They might
talk
bundle
about
it,
that.
but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What else, guys? I mean, this has been a great conversation. Anything else you want to make sure we get out there, or you guys get out there?
I love the name of your podcast.
Yeah, no, it's
appreciate
great.
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Reminds me of field days.
Yeah.
Reminds me of working in the field.
That's awesome. How about you, Russ? Anything else?
No, I'm just glad to see that there's young, energetic people coming into the profession.
Yep.
We need more of that.
We definitely need more.
Yeah,
the average age of a surveyor in North Carolina right now, where I'm from, it's like 70 or 80 years old.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's like 58, 59
No,
nationally.
it's like 70.
That's crazy.
In North Carolina.
That's not only crazy, but it's very scary.
Yeah.
I mean, because everything requires some kind of precision in order to get built or made. An engineer can make anything as precise as he wants on a computer, but then you got to translate that into the real world somehow, and you can only do that through measuring software and and then translating that into the real world through.
That's a topic for a whole nother show.
It really is,
but you're not wrong.
Sorry, I will go on for hours if you want.
Yes, it's stuff. What's unfortunate is we've known it's been it was a known problem 25 years ago when I started, and we just let's save that for another time.
Yeah.
Let's end on a positive note.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you guys. Been a great conversation.
Thank you.
Really good way to close out the show for us, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
that's been great.
guys. Pleasure to meet you.
Thanks, Russ.
Thank you.